Despite its name, this cake has nothing to do with any members of the royal family. Hi, I'm Rebecca Brayton and welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be baking the Queen Elizabeth cake. This recipe comes straight from the Complete Canadian Living Baking Book and is one of the author's favorites. For this recipe, we'll need 1 cup of boiling water, half a cup of raisins, half a cup of chopped pitted dates, half a cup of softened butter, 1 cup of packed brown sugar, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of nutmeg. First, we need to grease a 9-inch square metal cake pan and set it aside. In a heat-proof bowl, combine the water, raisins, and dates, and then let it cool for about 30 minutes. In a large bowl, beat together the butter and brown sugar until light and fluffy. When that's done, beat in the egg, then the vanilla. In a separate bowl, whisk together the flour, baking soda, cinnamon, baking powder, salt, and nutmeg. Now stir in the flour mixture to the butter mixture, alternately with the date mixture, making 3 additions of dry to 2 of wet. Now scrape into your prepared pan, pushing the batter slightly higher at the edges. Now bake in the center of a 350-degree oven until a cake tester inserted in the center comes out clean, which should take about 35 to 40 minutes. Remove the cake from the oven and let it stand in the pan on a rack. Now, the broiled coconut topping. For this, we'll need a 1/4 cup of softened butter, half a cup of packed brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of 10% cream, and 3/4 of a cup unsweetened desiccated coconut. In a bowl, mash together the butter and brown sugar until smooth. Now, mix in cream in 3 additions, then coconut. Now move the oven rack to the top third of the oven and set it to broil. Spread the icing over the hot cake and then broil it until the top bubbles and browns. This should take about 1 to 2 minutes, but be sure to keep an eye on it because the sugar caramelizes very quickly. And finally, let it cool in the pan on the rack again and enjoy.